Hey guys, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of Meaning, which is my most recent song. I did the drop, a video of the drop, but I thought since it's one of my best, I'd go through the whole thing. So I normally make my songs with 3 sections. So the first section is like a minimal start. So in this one, it's really minimal. It's kind of depressing, slow paced, and then you go into like a break. So this is the break. So So you got like a break, and there's no build up right here, and then you've got your build up. So it moves into the build up. But you have a snare roll and white noise and rises, and then it goes into the drop. So that's the structure of all my songs, pretty much, like recent songs, and you can see that all the way through the song. So let's take a look at the first minimal bit. So we've got a guitar. It's really slow. You might notice that the melody here is the same melody as all the drop and everything, except it's at half the speed. And then you've also got a piano. The piano, I used all of the pianos pretty much are from Keyzone Classic, which is a free VST plugin. It only has 5 presets, but they're really good. Like, it's really good plugin. So, and the effects on that, I think they're pretty. Yeah, there's just reverb. So that's the rest of it's just the plugin. So it's really good. And then there's also Keyzone Classic. Yeah, so it's just very basic. And then here I have this snare. I'll find it. It's one shot snare. I think it's this one. So it's this, but I've just put a load of I put a cutoff on it, so it's a Fruity Love filter cutoff, and it just sounds quite nice. And the volume of that just goes up. And this is where you get to the interesting, so it just goes up. And this is where I made it quite an interesting thing. So all 4 of these, so this, like the guitar, the 2 pianos, and the snare, are all linked to separate tracks. And then I link them to a single track called the bus, and I put a tape stop on there, free tape stop, and so that they go down. So it's not, the tape stop isn't on the master. And then I also had the end of one of these rises, I think it might be this one, and put the volume up for that really fast, so it gets quite an interesting effect. So they go down and the thing goes up. So that's quite interesting. So I just routed all of these. You see, these are all routed to this bus, which is then to the master. So if I switch this bus off, for instance, nothing. There's no sound because they're all linked to it. So that's quite interesting. Then so you move into the break, and it's quite a fast-paced break, this one. So I've got like some plucks. Oh. That's harmless, I think. No, wait, it's seventh one. Sorry, yeah, seventh one. So just quite a quiet look, and then which is, I think that's T-Force Alpha Plus. Yeah, so that's another free plugin. Although it crashes my computer often, but it's a nice plug sound. That's the default sound, but it sounds really cool. And then this is Citrus, I think. No, wait, wrong one. No, I haven't got Citrus on at the moment. And then you've got a sub bass, which is, by the way, there's nothing sidechained here, but once here, everything is pretty much sidechained. So the pluck sidechained. You see, it's with gross beat. See, that's just sidechain I put on them. Basically, everything is sidechained, and then select the basses as well. So you just sidechain everything, and then there's a kick as well. It's just quite a basic kick. I think you can get it free if you download one of LHB, you know, the YouTuber, one of his projects. You get this sample with it. It's quite good. And then I've got these chords. No. So they consist of to a Citrus. And yeah, they're sidechained as well. And then there's also these. which, although it sounds like a like a string, it's actually a piano. But since it's sidechained, it takes the first bit off it, which sounds quite cool. So it's like, since everything's sidechained, so you get that quite interesting effect. The kick's really quiet, but it just makes the jet like quicker and more upbeat. So yeah, then you got this effect, which is sidechained. We used that quite a few times in this song. And then when you get to, this is the build up, so you've got this pluck, which is the citrus. And then you've got a second bass, boring bass actually. You got the same kick, no, and then you got the same plucks and the same thing, basically all the same, except you've got this white noise, which is automated. This snare build-up, which is one of those sample pack things, and just loads of random rises, and then also a kick build up. So yeah, it's just kicks, then yeah, automation. So that's the whole build up. And then for the little break thing for the end drop, so it's a kick, I think. That's a snare, and then a kick. Yeah, so it's just for those. And now we get to the drop. Now I've gone through the drop, so I'll just go that quickly. There's a kick. I changed the kick since my last video. It's one of the minimal kicks that comes with FL Studio in the new update. Just that. Harmless. Bass. Put a bit of white noise in there to fill it up. And then the second half of the drop, I've got claps, so which is this clap, but then just boosted, and then crowd effects, so we got that, which is sidechained. That comes with an Sonic pack. I think you can get it from LHB. And then you get this other song. So that's a bit more sadder. Then you just come out the drop. Now I've got rises. I don't normally do rises, but like hitting rises to like, change it up. But I thought I might as well. All sidechain though. That's the biggest thing. That's the most important thing with creating this sort of progressive house. Is it's got to be sidechained. All of it's sidechained. There's so much sidechain. And here you've got you've got 3 that I think they do come with FL Studio. So you got piezo, which is string things. The guitar comes with FL Studio, and then another guitar that comes with FL Studio with some effects on it, and that's it. Oh, and then you got another guitar that comes with FL Studio. And these are all just sample things, and then probably could produce some having chords there or something, but I can't be bothered. And then the kick comes in, which is the same one. And then you have the chords and a pluck with all these chords and stuff. And then you have a quiet white noise up to the build up, which is pretty similar, just with an extra layer. It's very similar sort of build. It's the second one that's really special, and then you've got the same drop. The drop's identical. And then here you've got piano. So this is again Keyzone Classic. It's got, wait, what am I looking at? And then you got more Keyzone Classic. I use a lot of Keyzone Classic, I really like it. And then you got the kick coming in and the bass. And you sidechain these as well, so put sidechain automation and more white noise, and then go into the build up, which I'll replace this lead with the piano lead and made this with the progressive pluck. So you can, it's very similar, it's just the melody is changed, and then you get to the drop and it's the same. Now pretty much all the time in my songs, for the last drop I do it double, and I normally do an 8-bar drop, but this time I did a 16-bar drop, so it's a 32-bar end drop. So I thought exactly the same thing would get really boring, so I get up to here, and you get up to the end, do a riser, and then the melody changes to this one. So it's the same sounds, but they're all in one. So you got the Mortal Kombat thing, then the harp. That's the biggest thing really, that's the one you can hear the most. And then the blue one thing. And then the pluck as well. So then all together creates quite a nice thing. The end is just some chords. Sidechain, of course, because sidechain everything. That is the biggest message of this song, really. Just sidechain everything and anything. Really, just sidechain it all, and not the kick though. And you just create quite a good song. So I'm pretty happy with this song. Like and subscribe if you like it. It's on SoundCloud, I think. It is, I think, yeah. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Yeah. Anyway, bye.